Good morning, team. Come on in. Power yoga this morning, 30 minutes. Ooh, frog in my throat, still early. Amazing to see so many of you joining. Happy Wednesday. My name is Lucy, if you've never practiced with me before. I normally teach on the Thursday morning Dig Me On Demand slot, so hopefully you guys can get a little taster of what Power Yoga with me is like this morning and then head over there tomorrow for the full hour. Wonderful to see you guys. I'm going to just give everyone a couple of moments to join. And then props that you're going to need today. If you don't have blocks at home, which is absolutely fine, if you don't have them to hand, you can just have 2 chunky books, which will do perfect of a job. Just make sure you've got those to hand, guys, because you will be needing them today. And then I would like you to head straight on over to your mat. We're going to come start in a downward facing dog and get straight on going. Oh, frog in my throat that I cannot get rid of this morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, downward dog, guys. Let's come on in. And just take a couple of moments to get there. So you can wiggle around on your mat to arrive. Maybe take some circles with your hips or with your arms. Just to start moving and to get some fluidity into the body. It's still really early, so likely the whole physicality is still just waking up from your sleep. Unless you have been going crazy exercising already this morning. In which case I salute you if you have. But otherwise start to get ready here in your downward facing dog. When you felt a little bit of fluidity, start to come to stillness. Separating the feet hip width distance apart. If your heels don't reach the earth, please don't give yourself a hard time, neither do mine. I don't think they're ever going to get there, that's okay. You just allow a soft bend to fall in the knees so you can roll the tailbone higher to the sky. Engage your navel in and up and then slide your shoulders down and back. All the way down your spine and lengthen the arms now so you're pressing firmly into the hands to drive your belly back to the thighs. Nice long back body. Take a full breath into your nose. Big sigh through the mouth and let it go. And then close your lips now as you start to connect with your rhythmic Ujjayi breath. So all the breath will remain in the nose. We inhale here for 1. Slowly exhale through the nose. Inhale 2. Slow it through the nose. Even longer for 3 as you wrap those biceps together. And exhale. Now take a bend in the knees at the bottom of your exhale. Look forward without craning your neck. And step your feet together at the very top of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. So long spine, long legs. Doesn't matter where your hands land on the legs, just make sure the legs are nice and straight. Flat spine as you almost up dog your chest forward for length in your back body. Exhale as you forward fold, nice deep bend of the legs. Belly now softens to your thighs. And then in your own time, there is no rush. Start to slowly unroll 1 vertebra at a time, all the way back to the very top of your mat. When you get there, all the shoulders up, back, down the spine, grow nice and tall through the crown of the head. Use the inhale to sweep the hands high. And on the exhale, bring hands to your heart, Samastiti, close the eyes. And if you would like to invite any kind of intention into your practice this morning, now is your time to set that focus. And perhaps if intention isn't for you, that's okay. You just choose to work with the sound of your breath. Let's seal those intentions with a full breath into the nose. Open the mouth and sigh out to let it go. And then when you're ready to move this morning, the eyes will gently blink open. We inhale the hands all the way overhead to the sky. See if you can find space between your ribs, but keep the pelvis tucked. Exhale, swan dive to your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling to a flat back, find those long legs, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, we step to plank. Now you have the option this morning, whenever we take our vinyasa, option 1 will be for you to modify the knees. Squeeze elbows to ribs and lower your belly and your chest to the earth. This will be followed by a cobra as you slide the hands back towards your chest. Option 2. If that doesn't serve you and you want to take your full chaturanga, we take high to low plank on the exhale. Inhale through cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, we all meet back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's inhale here for 1. Full breath out. Bend the knees, look forward. Step, hop or float the feet to the top of your mat. Half lift to lengthen as you inhale. Forward fold as you let the breath go. Sweep the hands long to the sky, reaching high through those biceps. Exhale, we melt all the way back to your mat, forward fold. Inhaling for length. Exhaling to your plank. You make those choices, option 1 or option 2 for your vinyasa. We inhale together, cobra or upward facing dog. If you're in that up dog, your thighs will be lifted from the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we inhale the right leg forward. Step it between your hands. Release the back knee to your mat. As you inhale, sweep the hands all the way over to the sky. On the exhale, we squeeze the elbows wide. Imagine you're going to squeeze those elbows actually together behind your back as you lunge deeper into that right knee. On the inhale, slightly release from the lunge, the hands will go high. Exhale, take it deeper into the knee, squeeze the elbows wide. Take 2 more of those, guys. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. The hands then ground. We take our vinyasa as you step to plank. However you would like to get there, all those options available. Rising the chest wherever you are. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, left leg forward now between the hands. Soften the back knee to the mat. We inhale, hands all the way overhead to the sky. On the exhale, squeeze the elbows wide behind the back. Visualize opening the chest as high as it will go to the ceiling as you lunge deeper through the left leg. Inhale, slight release from your lunge. Retuck the pelvis. Exhale, take it deeper into your lunge. Squeeze those elbows wide. 2 more in your own breath. How much space can you find in the front body? At the bottom of the exhale, the hands will frame the foot. Take your vinyasa and we will meet back in downward dog together. Full breath in. Long breath out. Let's take 2 more of those here. Inhale and exhale. Even bigger for 3. And exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, step, hop or float, feet to hands. We inhale, lengthen spine, and exhale, melt belly to the thighs. Rooting to rise as you inhale, the hands reach tall to the ceiling. And exhale, Samastiti, hands to your heart center. 1 more flow through of that inhale, lifting tall, and exhale, melting to your mat. Start to find your rhythm now as you inhale into that up-dogged chest and exhale to your vinyasa. And you can start to modify or increase the movement, guys, depending on where you are in your body this morning. If you're feeling a little creaky, a little stiff, you can always take the modifications. This time, inhale, right leg forward. We rise to high lunge. High crescent lunge. Nice wide stance with your legs. If you know that you naturally start to arch into your lower back or you're super bendy in the spine, I want you to take a soft bend in your left knee, which will help you tuck your pelvis forward, scooping the whole tailbone long and down. Now sink deep into those legs. Can you find any more space between each of the ribs? Full breath in together. Exhale, we open out to warrior 2. Sinking deep into the right knee. Make sure the knee here on that right side is rolling open to the right rather than allowing it to collapse into the left. And as you hold still in this space, less fidgeting, can you also roll the outer edge of your left foot firm to your mat? Just take 3 breaths here, be still. Focus. Drishti is strong over your front middle finger. Inhaling. And sink a little deeper on that exhale. As you next breathe in, we flip the front palm. Reverse the warrior as you send the right arm long overhead. Your left hand can bind along the back of the right thigh. Always looking for a little more room to grow in between those intercostals. On your next exhale, the right hand is placing in front of your right toes. We are preparing to fly, Ardha Chandrasana half moon. When you're ready to float, we take weight into the right foot and send the left leg high to the sky. Left hand will then follow. I can see my head is cut off, but hopefully you guys know roughly where you're going here. If you have your blocks now, guys, this is the perfect place for you to pop one of those blocks, stack it directly underneath your shoulder. That's going to help you to lengthen your underneath rib cage. Option 1 is for you to stay here. Option 2, you can start to bend in the back knee, catch a hold of the foot with your hand, and start to press the foot into the hand as you almost take an up dog with your chest forward. If that doesn't serve you, you stay exactly where we are. Focusing on the balance between all 4 corners of your right foot. Take a breath in together. On the exhale, as lightly as you arrived, we bend the right knee and step it back to warrior 2. On the breath in, straighten the front leg. Lift the hands all the way to the sky. We lift the right toes, square them in, so you are now facing the side of the room wherever you are. As you exhale, bend the knees, hands to heart, goddess squat. Now start to sink deep into the backs of your glutes. Feel the heels rooting into the mat and the knees peeling open to the sides. Long neck, long spine. We're just here for 3 breaths. And see if you can be entirely still, taking less fidgets. Just be in the simplicity of that sensation. Lengthening the breath. Nice, guys. Full breath in. This time as you exhale, we are taking Skandasana into the left leg. So start to sink deep into the left knee. The right toes will lift from your mat and angle toward the wall behind you. Make sure you're externally rotating from your femur bone in the socket rather than from your kneecap. Hands can stay at your heart or they can soften to your mat. We breathe in together, keeping the seat as low as it can be. The exhale will transition you all the way across to the right leg. Now remember, your hands can be down to the mat. If this is a little much on your hips, we breathe in and exhale to transfer. Longer spine, guys. Inhale and exhale. See if you can avoid hanging out in the hips. The glutes are active. We take 1 more and exhale to transfer. Okay, from here, the left hand will ground to the mat inside of the left knee. See if you can place that left hand as far out to the left side as it will go. The right hand will then peel open to the sky as you take your bind and start to send your heart all the way to the ceiling. Continuing to rotate the right foot all the way to the wall behind you. Now take 3 steady breaths. See if you can find more space. Nice, guys. I trust that you are breathing big and full. 1 more here. On the exhale, release the right hand back to your mat. We are walking around to frame the right foot and setting up in preparation here for your half splits. So bend your back knee to the mat, bring your left hip all the way stacking over that left knee and start to extend the right foot. Flex the right toes back to your face. If here you cannot lengthen your spine because the sensation is a little much in the back of the right leg, I want you to find your blocks. Use those blocks to lift and lengthen the chest forward. And I want you to be active in this pose. So physically press down with your right heel into the earth. So you're having to almost forcefully engage your hamstring. Just switch it on. Force is a bad word to use ever in yoga, but really feel the driving down through the back of the heel. If you have a full split and the body wants to move into it this morning, you are more than welcome to go there. Otherwise, be still, close the eyes. 3 breaths here. Left hip is spinning forward as you pull the right one back. One more lengthening breath, guys. Send it all the way into the origin of your sensation. And then on the exhale, start to bend back forward into the right knee. Shuffle your blocks off to one side. And start to shuffle the right foot all the way over to the right side of your mat. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and just take a moment to rock forward and back into this lizard space. So that right foot is really inching over, maybe even off the mat for some of you. And you may choose to stay here in this rocking motion if that serves you. Otherwise, soften your back knee back to the earth. Option 1 is to stay here, or you can place the right hand on the inside of the right knee. Start to drive the right knee away from the body. Option 3, if the space is there, soften your forearms to the earth. If you have a block, which hopefully you all should have to hand, you can even soften that block to your forehead, which is just going to allow your neck to soften without hanging the heavy head off the muscles of your neck. Breathe. Be still. 3 breaths. Like you're melting through the layers of all that unintentional tension sitting in your hips and the pelvis. 1 more breath, guys. And exhale. If you have the block, start to shuffle it out of the way. And then slowly just walk back to where you started. So you're wiggling the right foot back in between the hands. Tuck your back toes and lift the back knee. You should arrive to your low lunge at the top of your mat. We gradually step to plank. You have the choice to take your vinyasa. If that doesn't feel like it serves today, you just step back to downward dog. Inhaling cobra or upward facing. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's find 3 breaths here in this downward facing dog. Inhaling 1 and exhaling. Inhale 2 and exhale, spinning the inner thighs to the back wall. We breathe for 3. And exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, step hop, or float the feet to the top of your mat. Half lift, breathing in. Exhale, forward fold. Sweeping the hands all the way to the sky. Grow nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Samastiti. And just take a moment to check in with yourself. Check in with the body. Notice what's working for you this morning. Notice what might not be working and what you might need to change as you move through your second side. Let's breathe in together and take a full breath out the mouth. Inhale, the hands sweep tall. Urdhva Hastasana, exhale, swan dive to the earth. Uttanasana, forward folds. Breathing in to lengthen, remember straight legs wherever your hands need to be. Exhale, vinyasa. Starting to move to the pace of your breath, guys. Use every length of every breath to guide you through your movements. Inhale, the left leg steps forward, high crescent lunge. Remembering if you have that slightly curvier lower back body, take a soft bend in the back knee and tuck your whole pelvis underneath your torso. Lengthen tailbone down. Now sink Really deep into those legs. I want you to feel the rooting through the bases of your feet. And seeing if you can build space in between each of the ribs, but slide the shoulders back and down. Full breath in to lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. We open out here, ground the back heel to the earth. And start to just sat up. See if you can immediately expand into the pose and then be still. Less fidgeting, less moving around. We're only here for 3 breaths. Growing tall through the crown of the head. So you can allow this rooting through the feet, but still remain long through the chest. 1 more breath in. Full breath out. Flipping the palm as you inhale, reversing the warrior. And you don't have to take this fast, guys. Really slow your movements and see if you can feel into all those hollow, forgotten coves in your body. On the exhale, left hand places in front of the left toes. When you're ready to fly, Ardha Chandrasana, come on up. Remember, if you used your block on the opposite side, that's going to give you a helping hand here to keep underneath rib cage lengthened. Option 1 is for you to stay where you are. Flexing the right toes back towards your face. Notice how that activates posterior chain, back body strength. Option 2, you start to bend in the back knee. Catch a hold of the foot with the hand. If you find the foot, start to press the foot into the hand as you almost work into a back bend into your mid-thoracic spine. Breathe wherever you are. If you have the bind, very slowly, no catapulting of right leg. Float it back to where we started, half moon. And when you're ready, just as controlled as when you arrived, guys, we are floating back to warrior two. So bend the left knee, step your right foot to the back of your mat, and then bring yourself upright. You might need to do a little shuffle with those legs to make sure you land deep in that warrior. We inhale, then straightening the left leg. Hands reach tall. Exhale into your goddess squat at the center of your mat. And start to sink really deep into your heels. The knees are driving out to the sides. If you want to even feel a little more into the inner groin, take your elbows, place them to the insides of the knees, and just start to very gently press the hands into the knees as you create that space. Wherever you are, we're here for 3 breaths, that is all. So be still. Feeling all of everything that's happening here. Everything that's happening. Full breath in together. As you exhale, guys, we're taking Skandasana now, all the way down into the right leg. Rotate your left toes back toward the sky and then to the wall behind you. Remember, your hands can be soft on your mat to help you walk across, or they can stay firm at your chest to help you maintain engagement through your chest here as you press the hands toward one another at the heart. Full breath in. Keep the seat low as you transfer to left foot. Full breath in. Exhale, transfer. Keeping the seat switched on, engage the glutes, breathing in. And transfer. One more, guys. Lift the heart a little higher, breath in. And transfer. This time we take our bind so the right hand grounds on the mat. The right hand will step as far out to the right side as it will go. Left hand will peel open to the sky. You can allow your head and your gaze to follow your left fingers as you start to get deeper into that opening through the chest. Breathe. Three breaths is all, guys. Just staying still and focused for those 3 full rounds of breath. At the bottom of your next exhale, the hands release to the earth. Walk your hands all the way around to frame your front foot. Your back knee will ground in preparation for your half splits. Untuck your back toes, start to drive the hips to the back wall and extend your left leg long. Remember, your blocks are going to help you kind of resist this doming of our upper back body that often happens when we feel the over sensation in the back of the hamstring. We're looking for length. Heart is reaching your toes rather than head to knee. 3 breaths here. Expand, pressing that left heel firm to the mat. Again, if you have a full Hanumanasana that you want to move into, that is absolutely welcome. It's your choice to take it there. And at the bottom of your next exhale, remember you can stay a little longer if this is serving you. On the exhale, we bend back into the left leg. Bring both hands inside of the foot. Shuffle the left foot all the way over to the left side of your mat. Both hands will now be grounded on the inside. Tuck your back toes and lift the back knee. Really press into your back heel and notice how that lengthens the entire body. Option 1 is to stay, taking that rocking action back and forth. Option 2, you soften the back knee back to the earth now. Maybe option 3, left hand presses that left hand to left knee as you draw that left knee away from the body. Allow the external rotation of your left thigh to help you work deeper into the hip. Maybe if you have the space, option 4 is to soften your forearms to your mat. You can even bring a block underneath your forehead. I've made an error by leaving mine at the opposite end of my mat. But block under the forehead is a lovely way to help you soften into the space. 3 full breaths, guys. Sink in. One more where you are. Make it big and full. And exhale. Very gradually, no rushing. We are in no rush this morning. Bring your hands back to where you started. Shuffle the left foot all the way back in between the hands. And then tuck your back toes, lift the back knee to arrive to your low lunge at the top of your mat. Lengthen the chest forward, take a breath in. And then exhale, we ground the hands, stepping back to plank. You take your last vinyasa of this morning's practice. Slow it down or speed it up, depending on how you feel and how your breath is moving through your body. Let's find 3 breaths in our downward dog, guys. Inhale 1. Sending tailbone higher as you exhale. Inhale 2. And exhale. Full breath for 3. And exhale. Bend the knees looking forward. At the bottom of your exhale, float lightly to a seat at the very top of your mat. Extend your legs long all the way out in front of you. You may want to just take a moment to peel the muscle away from your sit bones so you can feel the sit bones rooting to your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Shrug the shoulders back and down. On the breath in, the hands lift high. Exhale, melt all the way forward over the legs. You have a couple of choices as to where you would like to take this pose this morning. If you're feeling like you need a slightly restorative, so slightly more relaxed, passive pose, the hands can just rest on the either side of your mat. Either side of the legs, allow the head to get heavy. Don't worry so much about the arch in the back here. Option 2, if you would like to keep the pose active, you find a hold of the big toes and really pull onto the toes as you draw your heart forward toward the shins. The elbows will be up and wide. 3 breaths, guys, wherever you choose to be. And then at the very bottom of your last breath out, gently releasing, bringing your knees into your chest and starting to soften all the way down onto your back. You may need to just give the knees a little squeeze to your chest. Allow the lumbar spine to feel a sense of support from your mat, from the earth. And then slowly, when you're ready, re-extend the legs to the outer edges of your mat, nice and wide, hands wide alongside the body. We'll just take a couple of moments to land into this Shavasana to close our practice today. Relaxing the muscles of the throat, the jaw and the tongue. Softening the muscles of the face, cheeks, the space between the eyebrows, and the muscles of your forehead. Encouraging a sense of letting go through every part of the body. And just notice how you feel. Observe. If you have longer to stay here this morning, guys, I very much encourage you to do so. For those of you who need to get onto other bits and pieces, you can start to close the practice with me today. Just very gently draw your knees back to your chest. And however you would like to get there, start to make your way up to a seat. At the top of your mat, cross-legged. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands will join together at your heart center. Close the eyes. And just sit in stillness with any intention that you brought into your practice this morning. Floating the thumbs to the third eye center, honoring the practice, honoring your amazing physical body for being the vehicle to bring you back into today's present moment. We take a full breath into the nose together. Sigh through the mouth to let it go. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you all so much for waking up with me today. It's wonderful to see so many of you moving. Although I can't actually see you out there, I can feel the energy through your screen. So thank you so much. You can catch me at 7:15 a.m. on Dig Me On Demand. At the moment you can sign up and get that class for only £6 a class. So it'd be amazing to see you guys. I hope you can join me to move and breathe your way into the day. Such a wonderful way to start. Have a wonderful day ahead and a lovely weekend when it arrives, guys. And I will see you soon. Thank you, Jai. Namaste.